Merry Christmas, everyone. Just fed the guppies and said, look, snow globe. And yes, they get overfed because what they don't eat, the snails eat. So I do not worry about it. The more I feed, the better off they grow. And the more they produce. And yes, I got some big girls from the fishery in. Line girls, gonna lay liners in my tank. You hear the cat? It's a ghost. But I wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And the best way to do that, I did one of myself saying it, but look at my snow globe. I mean, dang. Feeding time turned into snow globe time. That normally is not how much I feed, so they got a Christmas present, because I do overfeed normally about like that, not what the video started out as. I don't care, they're due for a water change tomorrow anyways. Meow, you guys are getting your Christmas gift after it cooks. Get off me, ghost. I don't even have to turn around to see that ghost climbing on my back. And yes, we're still using a shop light for this tank. That is why it is so dull. We're actually going to get natural light bulbs for the shop light and a black light bulb. Because back in the day, before there was LED glowfish, there was a certain way that you could make your own dang glowfish, especially out of guppies. It works very well. And also saltwater tanks needed a certain amount of UV, and you had to use a black light. So everybody that is spending tons and tons of money on LED lights for their fish tanks, if you have a shop light, a regular shop light, all you gotta do is buy a black light and replace one of the white bulbs with the shop light bulb, and have a natural light bulb. I am so impressed with her. I can't wait till she has her babies. But that one is beautiful. As you can see, she came out of my leopard guppy tank. And the male she was in with is very awesome. He's a sunburst leopard. And he does glow, so I'm hoping so do her babies. But all you really need for a glow tank or a fish tank to look like that is, without buying that light right there, that costs $300. You could buy a shop light for about $60, and then buy a black light and a natural white light, or just a natural light bulb for your shop light. Put them in, put the black light in the back, put the white one in the middle or in the front, run it across your tank. They fit 75s, 90s, and 55s, and you will get the same experience. I'm talking to you about this, but I haven't went and done it yet. we just slapped this thing on here so they had some light. It is winter time, so it is more of a dull time of the year. Today is pretty bright, but I made videos of Cricket. I made videos of me. Cricket does want a Frank Sinatra Christmas video made, so he is making the list right now. And I will use my other device. I am on my good device right now, my HD, taking these videos, and I use this to do the Christmas videos. And I noticed one came out fuzzy, which meant my dang camera, I must have touched it. Must touch the lens. But, alright everyone, the snow globe has basically disappeared. But everybody have a Merry Christmas. Remember, today is about God giving us His Son, Jesus Christ. Today is a day to give gifts, thank our Father in heaven for what He did for us by giving us Jesus, and a day to share with our family. We give gifts because God gave us a gift, so we give our children and our family gifts on Christmas. She gonna give me a gift on Christmas. That'll be nice to see tonight. She's crowned, she's ready to go. But please, everybody, just remember, today is about giving and God and kids. Santa Claus works for God, so don't forget. I think it's one of the prettiest shots I've got of this tank yet. Too bad I can't do a video right here because the dogs or the cats would knock it over. And there won't be this many guppies out. They're all looking for, they want me to throw more food in there. Look at them. There won't be this many guppies out here shortly. They all normally go in these hides. They have hides all throughout the whole entire tank. So I thought I'd get them while I got them. And yes, you do see some fancy endlers in there. That is a fancy sailfin endler mixed with a tiger. That's probably out of the sunburst tiger guppy. That was probably why they were put in this tank, because they came from that. They're mutts. They were used to make a line breed, and then they are thrown in this tank. There's a rainbow endler. If I can catch him. There he goes, finally. Will you knock it off, Mindy Man? You just rammed the carpet into my foot. And everybody was asking how we're doing here at Tattoo Guppy World. We are doing great. The heat situation was a mess for a minute. It is fixed. Everybody asked if the fish were okay. The fish actually have started hibernation mode, which it just means I turn out the light and I let the tank get a little cooler, which means I'm going to have a lot more female fry probably starting next month. Because right now the tank is still steadily at 78 degrees. Everybody thinks that's too warm. Well, I hate to tell you, I didn't do it. There's no heater in this tank. That's just what it is. Actually, it's probably went down by now. I should actually check it. It feels a little warm, but not as hot as yesterday. But I am starting to hibernate these fish. And all that really means is that they'll be able to go a couple days without food. They'll be able to go a couple days without the bubblers or the filter. If power goes out and the generator goes out, say in the middle of the night, we ain't gotta wake up and worry about going and filling the generator just to run the tanks and one heater. I mean, one heater is gonna run right off a Harley's truck. So I'm not worried about the heat. I'm worried about my animals. But at the same time, we have to sleep sometime. And if that generator went out, I want these guys prepared to be hibernating. Because if the air stops and everything else, they are supposed to go to the top and rest. That's where they will not be swinging their tails back and forth like they are now because of the pressure in the water. They will be up, breathing, and resting. They will be in hibernation mode. Smartest time to do that is at least a month before you're expected to have a storm like this, but nobody understood this was coming until about 2 weeks ago, and I started about 2 weeks ago. So I got 2 weeks to go on here. 2 weeks ago and 2 weeks to go. But see all these pregnant females? Gonna have guppies for sale. Tank's getting pretty full. The last head count was 302. And that's with fry. And if you notice, there's a fry basket. Yeah, every time I put the 2 big ones in it from the fishery, they doggone escaped. So as soon as I'd open the lid to feed them, they jump into the tank. The tank is low right now because also we are going to have mystery snails for sale because they are laying snails everywhere. If you see specks anywhere in my video that looks like it's not dirt, it's just a speck, it's snails. There's a beautiful, beautiful tiger endler. They are normally only native to Australia, but I have figured out how to breed them and how to make them. The tiger endler tank at the fishery is actually getting pretty full, so we're getting ready to overstock on them to sell them. Took me a couple years, but I got them down pat. But if you haven't noticed, this bubbler right here is actually slowed down. The center bubbler will be the only one that takes me a minute to get them used to being down. But alright everyone, I talked your ears off long enough. I just thought it's Christmas, somebody might want to see a fish. And I wanted to explain about the shop light because it's the same thing as spending the $300 I did on Shamu's tank, which is the 260. And no, that's not a mess, that's a kitten cage. See the kittens? No, they're in the back. But I wanted to explain that shop light for one because I spent $300 on that light across his tank, and it's an LED blue. It goes blue, it goes white. Or it's blue and white. Right now it's blue and white. I do not run it on pure white. I don't like pure white. But right now I am sitting on 2 fish tanks running off of these kind of lights. So we are getting ready to purchase our light bulbs. Hubby just got paid, so we're definitely getting our light bulbs. But it looks like we have quite a few girls gonna give me Christmas presents tonight. So that would be nice to wake up to. Isn't he pretty? No, his babies do not come out with that tail like cut off on the end. He grew like that though. Nobody's biting his tail or nothing. He just grew like that. Sorry about that. The rats are over here having a field day going, when you feeding us, woman? Everybody gets a Christmas special, so I gotta make them a Christmas special. All right. Well, thank you for watching. And everyone have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you, God, for Jesus. He saved our world. And you knew he would.